So today we finally received our package from gearbest. This package should contain the Chuwi iLife V7S. It's a vacuum robot which can also be used for mopping floors with water. So this package arrived after 17 days after we ordered it, and I have to say that I had to get in contact with gearbest because gearbest had problems with delivering the product in time, and so I had to tell them that I would otherwise, if they couldn't get it by this date, step back from the contract and leave it to them. So now we'll open it. So the package contains the robot itself and an expansion pack which I ordered extra. It contains spare material like brushes and other stuff. I actually can't remember what it exactly is. So we've got an EU plug for converting the power supply. We've got a delivery list. Nice. And now we can open the robot vacuum package itself. The whole packaging feels nice, and I wouldn't have expected such a nice cardboard, to be honest. I expected something that looks like a truck drove over it. But at the moment, everything looks nice. Inside of this big cardboard there is this package, which looks nice in my opinion once again. And as you can see, has it already been opened? I don't know. At least this seal is broken, but this seal is broken too. So you can see that one was already opened. Maybe that's how they do it in China. Free cardboard. We've got a user manual, we've got some card with Chinese stuff on it. We've got something user manual, user guides, something Chinese, maybe quality control or something else. A quick start guide as it seems, but it's in Chinese too. I'll learn that language later. So, what do we have here? We've got a remote control. Yay! We've got, I think this must be the dust box for inserting it into the vacuum cleaner itself. We've got the vacuum cleaner, the Chuwi iLife V7S with a mat for mopping floors. So this whole thing looks nice. The whole thing is fairly heavy, which is a good thing. It makes a solid it looks very solid to me. So we've got spare parts in the main package as well. So I hope I have enough for the next 5 years. We've got batteries for the remote control. We've got the power supply, which can be used with the EU converter, which we have here. And we've got the docking station. This is the docking station, I think, which we will set up with the power supply, and where the Chuwi iLife V7S will recharge its batteries. And here we have the connection to the power supply. Yes, that's all that the main package contains. So let's get this little thing working. So this is the state we received the robot. It comes with mounted accessories for mopping floors, which is something that I personally do not need, because we have natural wood floors, so everything which is wet is not so nice for this kind of floor. So I won't use the ability of this robot to mop floors wet. So I've read the instruction manual, and the instruction manual says that we can remove this whole thing, because this whole thing is not needed if you won't go mopping floors. So this is how you later change the mop. You can just remove it from this ground plate, and for mopping we use this ground plate. For normal dust removal we do not use this whole thing, so I will put it here. Nice to have it, but I won't use it here. So now we got the robot from the bottom side. We've got the rolls to navigate, we've got brushes to collect the dust, we've got the main unit to collect dust, I think. So we'll turn it around, and on the inside of the robot we'll find the mopping bin for water. This is the water tank. I will take it and I will remove it, because we don't need a water tank, we just need the dust bin where the robot collects dust and dirt. So I think we will just put it in. Looks like it's on the inside. We can push the lid to close it. And the next thing I read is that for having the best results in battery life, you should charge the robot for 12 hours after receiving it. So for it to charge or operate, we've got that main switch here, which is now on the off position. We have to stick it on to make the robot come to life. But either way, we don't use the robot yet. We will charge it for 12 hours, but we have to switch this switch to on position, because otherwise it also won't charge. For charging it, we have two options. First is to use the power supply directly on the robot, which is one thing you can do. So you just put it in here on this position. Or otherwise you can also charge the robot initially for 12 hours via the docking base. You just connect the power supply to the docking base. In my case, we also use the EU power plug adapter. And now it's all about positioning this base, because this base will be used in my case for initially loading for 12 hours, which is actually nice because on this docking base you have the option to put the remote control in it, so you don't have to search it. It's a nice to have. I don't think I will use it because I think it's stupid to bend down to pick up a remote control, but it could also lay on a table or somewhere else. But if you want to put it in there, you can put it in there. One initially important thing is how you place this station, because the manual says that you should keep a distance around it of about 1 to 2 meters so that the robot can reach this basis without any problems. So in our case we will put it here because we have some room around it. It's not quite 2 meters, but I think 1 meter to the sides and 1 meter to the front should be okay too. And so we'll put this thing here. You have to put it against the wall so that when the robot enters this one, he doesn't push it to the sides or to the back. So I will connect this power supply here. For the first time I'll put that remote control there. I still think it's stupid at the floor. So once again, as I already told, to have this thing charging we need to switch on the main switch, which we already did, but I'll do it once again. Switch this switch to on. Now it is able to move around and it is also able to charge itself. We have turned it on. You see that this green button comes to life. And first I did the following wrong, because I took the robot and I put it on the docking station, which was a little bit difficult because I didn't know when it was on the contacts or when not. But there's one thing which is much easier than putting it on the station itself. You should be able to take this remote control and tell the robot via press at the home button. This is some kind of home button. You can say him go to the home base, and the robot finds its way to the home base. So now it's on the home base and the cleaning button is pulsing. It is pulsing as long as the whole thing is charging, and when it has finished charging, then it will glow green, solid green. It will not blink or something else. So let's wait for 12 hours or maybe a little bit less until this button comes green. Well, not quite 12 hours later, the robot is fully charged. This is indicated by the green light. And now there should be two options to make the robot clean. One is with the remote control, the other one is to push the button clean. So that's what we do. It's the first time this robot should move. And there it goes. The iLife V7S is cleaning our living room. Well, it seems he doesn't like the carpet. Maybe he tries it once again. But he doesn't like it that much. But if he doesn't crash against the carpet full front, it seems like he is able to get up there. And there is carpet number 2, which is a lot higher and more fluffy. So he just got stuck, but he recovered himself. And now he's heading back towards carpet number 1. No, he doesn't really like the carpet. Here you see that it has different sensors. It has the sensor which reacts to touch when it drives against the wall, and it has also sensors that do not need touch and that do not need a crash against something. They recognize things like here without hitting something. He tries it a second time. And now it seems as if he got stuck. Yes, he is stuck. So he definitely doesn't like this kind of carpet. As soon as I help it a little bit, it comes back to action. But maybe we have to do something with that carpet, remove it or something else. This time he is a little bit more clever. And one thing I have to say, the white space here really got clean, because before there were a lot of dog hairs. Well, that is nice. He really goes into the corners and not just leaves them. think this is a problematic environment for this robot, because there are a lot of shapes of this couch which he can't sense with his sensors, because it goes up from here, so he thinks he can push through there. And then there is this carpet, which is definitely not robot friendly. After removing the carpet, there is no problem for the robot to operate underneath the couch or near the couch table. Further on, you should avoid having cables in your home that are reachable for the robot. For example, these power cords over there. The robot gets stuck in them, the brush gets stuck in them, and the robot is powerful enough to pull them behind him. So the same thing is with something like this. Here we have a MacBook charger, and the MacBook charger does the same problem, of course. I wouldn't have expected the robot to climb over it or something, but you just have to know that you have to remove these kind of obstacles for the robot. All in all, you can say that the robot does a pretty good job by just cleaning up the house and removing dust from everywhere. It has a few weaknesses, which all or mostly in combination with carpets and with a missing ability to climb high carpets, but also some carpets which I would not have classified as a high carpet, for example this one. So if you use this robot, it does its job very good, especially for the cheap price, but you should know that you might be forced to remove some carpets, because it won't work very super when you are having carpets in your house that are not very, very tiny. Everything else, the sensors, the intelligence of this little robot, especially for the price, is absolutely stunning. So yes, if you have great rooms with solid floors, not especially carpets, then go ahead and buy this thing.